If you'd like to purchase Magic Online cards at competitive prices, check out our web store at mtgoacademy.com/store.
All right, here we are in the second round. We lost the die roll, but that's not all bad for this deck. You can definitely do the thing where you discard. Ooh. I like the way this looks. And then reanimate. Oh, we don't have that hand, but we've got a turn 3 Ulamog potentially here, depending on kind of how things go. Let's play Putrid Imp. Let's see what our opponent can do here. Attack you. And that's it. That's all I'm doing this turn. And hopefully he'll tap out for something here. No, he's not going to. Yeah, I think it's... Oh, he is going to. Domri Raid. Sure. Is he going to reveal a creature? No, he's not. All right, so we're going for it. Obv. He's not going to get haste or anything, so yeah, let's attack Domri. Keep a little pressure on old Domri Raid here, and... Let's see what he has. Hopefully it's nothing huge. Oh, it is. It's huge. Worst case scenario. Oh, so brutal. Just get worked here. Oh, man, that's awesome for him. We do have a few ways to deal with the situation, but nothing very good. We can use Mazavith to not take too much damage here, but this is going to be bad. He fought our Putrid Imp, but we didn't have anything to do. That's why we did that. He's obviously got to keep Ulamog locked down going into the future here. Reanimate. Interesting, but can't actually play it here. Unfortunately, he does get to tap and attack with this thing first. Very annoying. What is this nonsense? Oh. Sure. All right. I guess he's just playing it safe. I like that play from him. Yeah, we got worked here, kids. There's a few cards like that are very, very annoying for show and tell. I mean, sometimes it's just, oops, I win, and other times it's not. All right, so untap that thing. We take no damage this turn, but we're in bad shape now. I mean, yeah, we're just in terrible shape. Forbid's a pretty good draw here, to be honest, but we need to find a creature. We need a fatty. And sooner would be better than later. If he goes for Wake Thrasher here, we'll just... Oh, it's not even going to go for Wake Thrasher here. Okay. Necromancy. Sure. Now, how does this work? All right. Beginning of the next cleanup. So there's just no abuse. We don't even get to get one hit in. Like, we can't end step it and get in one hit with Ulamog. So, yeah, we're just kind of stuck here. So let's just say go as getting... Or wait, yeah, no, there's just nothing to get right now. So, yeah, we're just in a bad spot. We're just going to die to Frosty the Frost Titan here, it looks like. So I could Necromancy to block with Putrid Imp. And I think I need to, because I can't get Ulamog in the yard to block, because that would be perfect. Yeah, I just can't really do all the things I need to do here. So let's Necromancy for Putrid Imp here. get a chump block in and hopefully buy us another turn. Being at 8 is kind of a big deal. He just got something anyway. Sure. This guy just has it all. Prowler. Well, we get to cast Putrid Imp. And we get to cast Prowler. Everything's just a little bit off here. If we had Prowler before, then we could have discarded Ulamog, got him back with Necromancy. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered, as we know, because he had Repeal, but, you know, assuming that he didn't have that. All right, he's going for the fight, and we lose. Okay, so bad luck. Got Frost Titaned. It happens. We're going to want an answer to that, though, and I think that both of these removal spells look like they'll be pretty decent versus our opponent. He never found any creatures at all, so I don't think he's very creature heavy. So I think that's okay. What isn't good against him? I mean, Inferno Titan is just sort of generally good. I don't really know how good it is against him. I love our clones against him. Those seem fine. Let's kill Imp and get in Go for the Throat. And let's kill Frantic Search and get Chainer's Edict in there. All right. I would like to go first. Thank you. This is a keep. We get to ponder, and then hopefully we'll find some type of fatty and or we need either discard, card draw, or a fatty here. We got Maze of Ith to sort of keep the bad guys at bay, but we need lands. So Ponder's a lot of pressure on Ponder here, actually. But his deck looked pretty slow. And I think we're going to have enough time to kind of dig around for what we need here. All right, let's see what we get here. Not too bad. Yeah, I think we're going to be able to keep these here. And I have to kind of decide how we want to go here. Because one thing I can do is just draw Grizzlebrand next turn, discard him, and then reanimate him the following turn. Or we can kind of play a little bit more of a fair game here and just hit our land drops and sort of try to stay alive. Yeah, I think we should probably just be conservative here. We've got so many ways in our deck to discard Grizzlebrand as the game goes later. A lot of great draws for us this next turn. Swamp is good. Let's get opposition out there. Let's that resolve, so that's a good start for us. Both of these things can get spells from his graveyard. If we hit another land, we can start Liliana Vessing here. We do not hit another land. Let's just play Maze of Ith, and it looks like we're in a pretty good spot. So much for being in a pretty good spot. Although he only has one green mana source here. Yeah, I think I like just show and telling here. Get the Grizzledad into play, and then we can probably reanimate something next turn from discard. Or I could just put Consecrated Sphinx and just overdraw. No, I'll go for Grizzlebrand. Frost Titan doesn't really matter as much against Griselbrand. We take a fairly big hit here, but then we should be able to just sort of fully stabilize. Okay, he's got Into the Royal. Let's draw a bunch. Perfect. Hit our land. All right, so his plan is to use his Scavenging Ooze to keep whatever we discard at bay here, which is a good plan, except for that we should be able to play around it fairly reasonably here. The main thing that we need to do is get Control Magic onto Frost Titan. Then I think we're in pretty good shape. Because what I can do here is I can Enclave Cryptologist his Karplusan Forest, which means that he only gets to activate Scavenging Ooze once. This is an interesting spot, actually. Because I can also just Control Magic his Scavenging Ooze. Kind of try to go off that way, too. I think I can live if he eats Griselbrand, but we're going to need Consecrated Sphinx to sort of be around, so let's discard Griselbrand, make him use up a mana for his turn. Take 9, and then hopefully get Control Magic. If he's got Counter Magic, we're in pretty bad shape. So the Ooze is going to get hit with this anyway. We can't use Frost Titan with Maze of Ith, so let's just tap down this thing. I guess I could do the forest to force the issue. I mean, he's only got one target for it right now anyway. But Control Magic is much more important, and I think I'd rather just start locking down his blue mana so that we can at least get through counter spells and get that Control Magic onto Frost Titan. Because he's just going to tap this thing in response anyway. So take one less damage here. Man, this is going to be a nice close one. The thing that scares me is that he's got 6 cards in his hand. And he's doing nothing. So let's just try to play around counter spells as best we can here. Does it resolve? It does. Okay. Your turn. He's going to eat Griselbrand here, make a 3/3. Our Maze of Ith stays tapped. Basically, the question is, do we get to untap here? If we get to untap, we're pretty much good to go. If we don't, we're dead. Think this game is going to be pretty much that simple. Like if he goes Jace, no, he can't Jace bounce. Oh, there's Jace. He can't bounce Frost Titan, though. Yeah, he's just going to have to do that. All right, so we might actually be in decent shape here. Prowler, what a nice draw. So let's get Prowler online. We're going to attack. We're going to lock down Ooze. Oh, he's got one forest. We might have to lock down that forest, actually. Yeah, and then we can use Cryptologist on the Ooze. So attack Jace. Lock down this forest. We've got Maze of Ith for the Ooze. Kill Jace. Discard Sphinx. Play Servitude. And play this land. Draw some cards. Yes, please. All right, well, we've drawn all of these, which is fine, I guess. Let's see what he has. This is big. Burst Lightning. Ugh, that's disappointing. Barely got to stable there, and he just needed... I mean, it was weird for him to have a burn spell there. He was playing red, but, you know, it was hard to tell exactly where he was going. It looks like he was just rug value. So we lose. I liked our deck a lot. We got kind of gotten by Frost Titan, really both games, but especially in game one, where we went for the show and tell, the big flashy show and tell play, and got burned a little bit. Still, deck was sweet, and would certainly play it again. If you guys would like to send any feedback via email, you can do so lr@lrcast.com. If you want to follow me on Twitter, my name is Marshall_LR, and you saw how to join the clan here in Magic Online. Just send me a message. Only rules: gotta love Magic, can't be a jerk. That will get you in the clan. Guys, thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next week.